So, we can chalk up the amount of times that I've tried to open the game, and it immediately jumps from that menu through to the first slot to a bunch of times. It's too many times. It really should have had some sort of catch or delay on that, because that's just stupid. Anyway, I think this is the last level. It's a really odd way to navigate, but let's finish up the game. So tomorrow I can look at, apparently the guy's translating all the pictures. So you can take a look at the pictures. I'm going to provide corrections where necessary. We're going to talk about pictures. A lot of what I've been translating is like text. It's sentences and people saying things. What I haven't translated a lot is phrases. Just someone saying something is very different from someone having something specific to say. I love how you can't reach the end of this hallway before the flooding part's been said. Well, you really don't sound too into this, ma'am. Please shut down Astra immediately, I guess. But that didn't even hurt me all that much either. Maybe she's never hit me. It's cute that they give you this after, you know, this is the part where you obtain the hook, the infinite hook walker. There's anything in Astra Facility to find. But again, though, the fact that there's collectibles at all should tell you a lot as to the priorities of the developers versus the priorities of the game. God damn it, whenever I do that boop boop boop, makes me want to go jingle bells, jingle bell hop. Jingle bell hops and... oh wait, we still gotta fight the boss. Keep forgetting there's a boss fight. Is that here? Doesn't this boss like take a little while to appear? Or maybe that was just me that was slouching. Whoops, it's a hole. There's a hole! There's a hole! There's a hole at the bottom of the sea. Yeah, this is the part where you're supposed to start ignoring enemies, because they're really not worth it. I don't think there's any acorn dorns anyway, so... there's a hole! There's a hole! There's a hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a hole. Someone fucked up and it ain't me. Man, these are very well lit ventilation shafts. I guess they're trying to just... it would be interesting if it's like the reason they do this is they're trying to spool excess power out. They're just like turn all the fucking lights. But usually even the Pathfinder are like, yeah, this is not going to be much Marita energy, huh? That's a fair point. Like, at what point is it going to start drawing life from humans? Oh, like it's implied there's lots of natural caverns. It's incredibly likely that, you know, there's natural caverns. Anyway. Come out, Mr. Spooky Boss Fight. Mr. Spooky Boss Fight! Hey! I like those human bones. Oh, thank you. I would love to be reminded about Office. Just stop it, sir. You're just making a fool of yourself. This boss fight would have been so much better if, just one of those boss fights that would have been a lot better if you had less health. If, like, you didn't have, like, 1,000,000 health bars. You only had a few. You would be a lot more scampers. So like, I've only had 3 bars, I'd be like, oh no. God, he's an angry boy. Just ska soundtrack. Oh, he does a lot of damage. Hey, hey! Cut that out, boy. Good job. Now hold R until you feel the clicker. There she is. Wow, what an amazing boss fight. I don't know what that is. I mean, that might be true, but then why would there only be one guy protecting their feeding grounds? To make feeding grounds something you want to protect a little bit more.
It's only the beginning. Imagine a weapon of mass destruction without the structural damage incurred. By extrapolating the mechanics of the leaf suit's god hand to a larger scale, I have devised...
Now you're calling it the fucking... Listen, dude. Let me be clear about this. You can't call something the God Hand unless it's as cool as the video game God Hand. Let me try and make this clear. The God Hand, you could poke a demon to death. You could do a little pokey poke and you killed him if you did it right. If you want to call something God Hand, you're gonna have to match that. You're gonna have to match that. Now that's a big ass bomb though. The thing that's ever explained is, has anyone been accidentally killed and brought back to life? What the hell were their experiences? Like, this stuff works on animals, why aren't they using it on humans to see what it's like in the afterlife? Why aren't they bringing people back from the dead? Like, the Lazarus Project, the ability to bring the dead back, pretty strong. Don't need a bomb for that. Like, they could have just taken that and been fine. Listen, if your troops don't die, you're gonna win the fucking war, even just by attrition. Unless, you know, everyone breaks mentally and they're like, fuck it. I'm not gonna fight for someone who keeps bringing me back when I want to be dead. You're gonna have a problem with everyone who's treason. So, it's actually, this whole thing would have resulted in some really uncomfortable changes to warfare. Oh, here we go. Here's the explanation as to what these babies are. Like, I'll be honest, these things look so much creepier. Damn, that's creepy. They look a lot creepier when they're like dead masks instead of when they're spooky ghosts. Guardian. I like how they were like, we couldn't cut them because they're like spooky ghosts. Listen, dude, if something's a spooky ghost, I think that's the part where you stop fucking around with this shit. Where'd I get the mask from? Where'd you get the mask from? I like how they mark up test subject. Pretty sure that's obvious, Captain Obvious. That's so sad, though. That's so sad. Like, they were just pulling these fuckers apart. The firing beta. Aren't beta particles like the big ones? Like, alpha's like a single thingamaboober, and then beta is literally just a fucking helium. Like, I'm pretty sure that if you... Pretty sure that's cheating. Where's the machine at? There you are. Now, was it a... I think it was a proton, because neutrons aren't that interesting. A neutron wedging itself into something doesn't do much. It's the protons you gotta worry about. Man, no mentions of Mr. Pun Man. Like, no notes of like, man, I'm glad I don't work with that fucking pun guy. That'd been terrible. I would have committed suicide over that. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole.
The saboteurs in the act. We allowed them access into the Astra facility during their night of attack. Admittedly, their plan was rather genius. Since Astra and Soma are linked, they intended to fire the Thanatos cannon connected to Astra's thermal storage at the Soma facility's energy reservoir to create a feedback loop of amplifying intensity until the system blows out. Not unlike a microphone to a speaker.
Is that really how that works? I guess it would be. I guess you would be recording just the ambient noise of the world. Oh, I'm not so familiar with microphones. I mean, I'm using one right now, but that's like the only connection I have to them. Yeah, like, even in that scenario, you're still just... I don't know, like, I guess taking the enemy ship would be great, though. Like, you'd effectively be able to take whatever the enemy has. You'd demoralize them. It's like, no, we don't have to destroy your ships, we just have to kill everyone on it. And we can do that specifically. Yeah, we're at the end of the game. After this, it's just the Metroid-esque escape sequence, because fuck it. If your game needs one.
We had temporarily removed the live seed from the Soma reactor necessary for the amplification, thus creating a harmless feedback loop when they attempted to fire Thanatos. Without the live seed, their plan was doomed to fail from the beginning. I will not tolerate any more disruptions. We have lost too much ground to Manhattan. Operations will resume exponentially. If the orbs will not suffice, then we'll use the damn valley itself.
I gotta say, like, at this point, he's really selling it. I like that. I like that he's trying to sell it. I like how our character is so on the side of this, you know. Time to save the Earth. That's Soma. I don't want it. I don't want it. Just push the button once and the whole thing is like, yep, let's do it. Also, here's the crosshairs. You probably would have appreciated a minute sooner. Yeah, I mean, the fact that this is so accurate is just a spooky part. Also, why is my character still in this? Isn't this like the moment you might want to leave? I appreciate the player character's insistence on sticking around, but unless you're a journalist, you might not want to stick around for pictures.
Danger. Thermal core meltdown detected. Cooling protocol initiated. All personnel must vacate the premise immediately through emergency corridors.
Now we're in the emergency escape sequence. At this point, it is futile to fight our opponents. Just run, motherfucker. I don't think there's any real collectibles, it's just like run.
Thermal core heat has exceeded containable limits. Emergency flooding regs escalating to contain meltdown. Please exit the premise immediately.
What would it be like to record this? Like, you're sitting there on this fucking Thanatos project, and you're like, man, what a job. And then you're effectively asked to record the end of the world. Not because they're unlicensed, you don't have this superpower. But you're effectively required, okay, you're gonna have to record, like, there are recordings of, I think there's recordings of it at least, of like, the world is going to end, Mr. President, could you please make a recording so that everyone knows just how fucked we are? Like, this is similar to that, it's like, yep, your whole life's work is, a bit bummed out. Why is it playing a horror stinger? I wish I had a slide like in Warframe. Oh, they actually taste a little nut. Oh, that's why this whole thing got blown up. Water!
Please understand what we were doing here. The things we created. See our achievements. Our work will change
Like, I gotta say, I just gotta say this, but I think this man is, a little bit cuckoo bananas. I don't want what the fucking, like, pendulum people were saying and thinking about this, you know? Like, they basically signed off on a project that's doomed now. Like, they got nothing to show for themselves. Now, because there's no collectibles, this scene works so much better. Do you see how this game suddenly becomes, like, infinitely better when it doesn't have collectibles to worry about? Like, suddenly you can have momentum, you're like, yeah, just running at the speed of sound. Whoosh. I have to imagine it's done like that so that they could assure that even if you don't have the double jump. Like, the ending's good, but, you know what they say, too little, too late. Let's take a look around. Oh no! I've been shockwaved. Bleh. But there's a leaf suit in existence. Someone's gonna have to get rid of that. Oh no! The world is still pretty dead. Could be worse, I guess. Whatever. Could have been better, could have been worse. Oh no, everything's dead. I don't know why the... Wasn't it the other glove that did the shooty thing? Oh no.
The power to control the world will lie within the hands of a small few. Every nation on Earth will tremble.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da. I guess that's what the statues are about, huh? Amazing power awaits you. I don't know why the statue was built here. It's not the place to build a statue. Also, whoever did that had a good hand day that day. Hats off to him. I mean, it's a good ending. It's like, man, would you? I don't know if I would. I mean, technically speaking, there's no risk to the player at any given moment. No. I mean, despite throwing several key design things in the wind, I feel that the big problem is also, like, it should have either have done good open world segments or good linear sections with nothing to do. It does neither too well. The one open world segment there isn't done too well. Like, it would have worked better if there's another way to accelerate other than just walking down hills. Like, there's just a speed boost you can use at a moment's notice. What the hell is different between live performances and voiceover? Voicemail friend, an intercom voice. The true heroes of the story. I forgot there were huge panels over the knees and all that, yeah. It also sometimes shows that they had only limited assets to work with. Like, there's a couple of areas that were kind of barren, but I'm not gonna bitch over that. Like, if you can sell it, you can sell it, but... Just some of that slow work on clearing my TV watch list done. I have way too much stuff here, and I'll just keep it updating right when I'm busy looking through stuff, and I'm like, fuck! I still gotta get on Warframe and do some things. Oh my god. Of course I send myself a reminder. Thank you, me, for the reminder. You can go fuck yourself now. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. I really don't like the way DeviantArt handles updates, by the way. It's hot garbage. So the way they do this, it's live. The problem with that is that if you're trying to remove shit, you might accidentally remove something that you were planning to look at a little bit later. And so you sit there and you're like, clickety clickety click click, and then up, you know, you delete the thing you weren't trying to hold on to. It's garbage. Just put a fucking refresh button and leave it at that. You don't have to make everything live. Not everything has to take place live in front of a live studio audience, they say. Do I think you should buy Valley? I don't know. If you looked at it and you're like, I want to play this, then go nuts. But if that's not the case, then I don't think it's really worth the effort too much. Like, again, some of the design flaws are in the way, and it does have its moments. But I feel that the moments themselves really aren't, like... They don't sell me on it, you know? I'm not gonna come back to this game, like, a couple years down the line and say, I wanna play this again. I wanna play this video game. Oh my god, my art today sucked so much. I just wanna make good art. I wanna be better, but I can't. I can't get there right now. And I hate it. I look at my art and I'm like, no. On the other hand, I'm also very placid about it, so whatever. But maybe that's the point. Oh my god. I like how I'm doing this while the credits are rolling. I don't got anything to say. I didn't even watch these credits. I just don't care about them. You know what would have been great for these credits? I don't know, like a little sequence. Like, you've got a game that works perfect with an endless runner, and you don't put that for, like, the credits thing. Like, come on, man, missed opportunities. You know what I want? I want a fucking banana. I want a big old banana. But I shouldn't. I'm already full. Bananas. They're just a fun word to say. I don't really want a banana. I'm alright if no bananas come my way right now. So who are these people? Also, pro tip, put a speed up button in your credits. Like, I don't care what your credits are, put a speed up button in there. Put a little Flash Gordon forward button in there. Screen went faded because of the fucking writing. Oh, cool, they designed all the shit around the bomb that's never used. How sad. I mean, that looks cool. But, you know, like, this game isn't a climber. Yeah, like, the thing is, this is a very horizontal-oriented thing. Which would, like, here's how it would work. It would work great with, like, a road trip. Like, you just go around the desert, like a big, flat, open surface. It just doesn't... Like, the navigation is very much not vertically oriented, so don't do too much vertical. Like, you could have done something, I guess. It's just that you have a little too much momentum for it to be precise enough that I'd feel okay with that. So tomorrow I'll be doing that thing. I'm gonna do Prey. I'm gonna do Prey. I really like Prey. Prey's jank as fuck, but I love it. I know something about the game just endears to me. Look at this big old man taking a big old bite. He's a very hungry boy. Be nice to him. He's hungry. Give me your banana. I know you have one. You're keeping it from me. You bought a fucking banana because I was like, I want a banana. You went to the store and bought one. Give him the banana you were gonna give me. He needs it. He needs his fucking potassium. The man needs his potassium. You know? Just saying. I'm just saying, people. Man needs his potassium. AK shooting Minecraft on YouTube. How much did Mother Clickin' Kane pay you? Hij made in YouTube. It's people. The thing is, even if you get everything at a level, it's still like you can find all the secrets. I mean, it's cute, but... Music's nice. Reminds me a lot of Legend of Ring to the Future. Lord of the Past. Yeah, that was the last level. This game takes off fast. It's like, fun little level, fun little level, fun little level. Okay, get fucked. Oh, shit. Like, even Titan Rock's already establishing a lot. Look at how fast this goes. Like, something you're, like, slowing down. I'm gonna say this again. This would have worked so much better if the map was a bit more, like, mappy. Anyway, I'm wondering, what happens if we go back to a level? Well, for one, you get to keep everything you have. Come on. There we go. Slowly but surely. I'm really looking forward, by the way, to doing the picture thing. I do want to get back to translating. I like, on one hand, you can see in the top right, it's like, this is what you're missing. On one hand, I don't want it to end. I legitimately will bawl my eyes out when it's over. Because I had such a blast. I'm still having a blast. It's just, it was fun. Like, on one hand, I got to think. So much thinking involved, and it was fun thinking. I was like, ooh, this is fun things. Good things for good boys. But on the other hand, it made me look at something critically that the more critical I looked at it, the more it turned out to be hot, stinking garbage. I think it's a powerful learning experience in the end. Also, I did not finish the thing I wanted to finish in time. Wah, 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 wah. Maybe I will in the morning. Maybe I'll get something done. I'm almost done with, like, the first draft. Which took me a while because of I'm missing energy and all that crap. Like, there's a bunch of reasons. There's one thing. I think there's only one voice recording that's not immediately available. And it's this one. Yeah, like, if there were, like, a couple of hooks around, like, even if they were on the ground or something. Like, something to propel you forwards. Because you feel fast when you're running top speed, but that's the only time you feel fast. Your regular running speed is still like, eh. And that is important game feel, people. That's where your moneymaker's at. So, this part is recommended. You can do this without the Icarus Jump Booster. I did it without the Icarus Jump Booster. I don't think I'd recommend it. It's not a smart plan. Good idea, bad idea, 101, people. Just because it's possible doesn't mean you should. So the way I want to do this is you want to go up here and shoot the tree. Shooting the tree is important. It sets the ramp to certain values so that we can execute some arbitrary code. Arbitrary code execution is an important part. Ace. Remember that, kids. We're gonna have to ace this. So then we jump. And you can make this just like that. Normally expect to have Icarus because it's kind of hard to get back from here. I love how that part doesn't load, doesn't hold the wall. So this you can't reach. And here's why. Come on. You're not gonna hit me up with a little voice recording? Come on, the lady talks about stuff here. Did I go too high for the trigger? God damn it. Oh, guess I blew it. Like, there's a little, she does a little chit chat here. Is that a backpack? Or someone's torso? I'm done. This game, Yeah, not something I'm gonna come back to. Unlike things like Undertale, which I am inclined to do again and actually fucking finish the game for once. Like, I've never even seen a Dean's date. Alphys's date. Fucking, why am I thinking of Dean? Alphys's date. I've never seen Alphys's date. I've never done Alphys's date because I never finished off fucking crackpot Ed Man and then went back to do the things. Which is somewhat not of a good thing. Because the Alphys date is not that bad. God damn it, I'm too much in the fucking Angel Scalar Wings mindset now. I'm like, the date's not that bad. Like, in the context of the Undertale lore and the character development so far, if you've answered the other dates a certain way... No, god damn it. God damn it, Alphys. You and I are in the same fucking line, although you'd probably kill my ass for... She'd probably kill me for being this fucking into translations. Like, no, you can't, you gotta shub, can't dub. You know, I've heard an argument recently against subs, and it's, if you sub something, fun fact, you can't actually look at the screen because you're looking at the sub. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Another argument is that Japanese voice acting isn't that great either. It's just interpreted as great because it's a language you don't know, which I think is a fair argument. Like, the funny thing is the Dutch voice actor for SpongeBob is perfectly fine, and he doesn't have an annoying laugh, and he kind of works better because he doesn't sound like a dipshit. And Patrick sounds great, too. I think the argument would work better if my argument ended with, and I think that the American version also works. But yeah, I think people overestimate the quality of Japanese voice acting. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, people. It's not like the Japanese people have a better voice director by default. The voice acting comes from two places. It comes from having a person who knows how to voice act, and step two. Step two to making good voice acting happen. Have a director who can explain the script to them so that they know what they're trying to enunciate. Because fun fact, you can be a good voice actor, but you can be shit at interpreting the script. Those things are not mutually exclusive. Or mutually exclusive, I mean. It's the opposite. This is a Slenderman page we missed, I think. There's a Slenderman page over here somewhere that I missed because I couldn't get here. Or did I pick it up? Was there any other... I don't even know anymore. I just don't care. I just don't care. Blah, 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 blah. This is the one thing I'll give this game. What's this box? Oh, it's a... Funny thing, there's a thing down here, but there's nothing down here. There's just a hole, which I think is kind of cute. I know I'm still playing. I just want to talk a bit. I just want to chat. Because there's something I miss about the translation too. Is in the translation I can talk. I can just chit-chat. I can bitch. I can be like, man, I just translate. It's fucking not necessarily bitty. Wasn't this tree then? Which one was it? Was it you? Was it you? Kyle Catan. You've been wiped out of existence, Kyle Catan. How does it feel to know that you're technically dead? Kyle Catan. Oh no, don't look! He taxes you! If there's one thing no human being can possibly hope to achieve, it's tax evasion! Let us run. Let us run as far and wide until the IRS themselves can't catch us. They're internal. Once we leave the country, it's external revenue service, and they can't reach that far. Blast.